Tactics Ogre, Reborn, based on the 2010 version, not only strengthened the graphics and music, but also carefully crafted the original game design to keep pace with the times. The face is reborn. Players who have played the series before will be able to enjoy an experience beyond memory, while players who have played the series for the first time will be able to enjoy an experience unprecedented. Stay tuned for this rebirth in a way that allows players to enjoy the story world even more.
Let our steel sing.
Still I wait to hear how you would deliver
They
us.
ask for a stern hand to rule them.
What good are kinsmen who won't lift arms for our cause? They're as good as dead.
Too many died today.
The future of our people depends on it.
Disgaea 7. Japan announced the news that the latest work of the Disgaea series will be released on January 26, 2023. The producer introduced, this work will contain a number of new elements. For example, it will make the characters gigantic, and even make them go outside the game terrain. And item reincarnation can reincarnate items, and achieve multiple enhancements by reincarnating items repeatedly. Also, some of the previous elements of the series, including weapon skills, will also be inherited. The press conference showed some weapons from the previous series, and said that the automatic combat and other systems in the previous work will also be retained in this work. Fairy Fencer, Refrain Chord, a new work by the Mine Club, coming to PS on September 15th. Switch platform. Goddess gave people knowledge a long time ago. It enables people to build towers that reach the sky and weapons that pass through the gods. But that civilization disappeared after the battle between the evil god and the goddess. Time flies. The boy Fang became the swordsman Fencer, and he used the special weapon Fury that hosted the demon saint in order to bring the goddess back to life. He and his companions embark on a journey to find Fury. Front Mission Remake is a mecha strategy RPG that was first launched on the Super Nintendo in 1995 and then ported to the NDS platform in 2007. The game is set in the future of 2090 and describes the story of the battle between two opposing forces on the Pacific Island. Players can deploy various mechas for combat, and the mechas have bodies, left hand, right hand, foot, 4 parts. You can destroy the designated parts of the enemy to reduce the combat ability of the body. The game also has rich customization functions, and you can freely customize various weapon combinations. Metal Slug Tactics is a brand new work of Metal Slug returning to the current generation game camp. In this game, players will manipulate 4 classic protagonists to fight the aggression crisis brewed by the villain Donald Modern. The gameplay is in the form of war chess strategy, and the roguelite elements are incorporated into the game, so that many classic weapons in the series can be provided to the characters in the battle, and players can also experience the tactical fun of different combinations of weapons and equipment through repeated play. Reverse Collapse, codename Bakery, is an orthodox strategy battle chess game produced by the fan game production team Mecha Team. The background of the game takes place in the near future, and the world is split into 2 sides due to the New World War. Various conflicts between the emerging Antarctic Commonwealth and the Roxartist Republic Union formed by the old powers have spread all over the world. This is known as the Second Cold War. The War of Genesis, Remnants of Grey, a Korean SRPG game, is the latest sequel to the Genesis War series. Unlike other developers, StudioReg has not made this new era sequel. The plan to make other types of games is still a strategy role-playing game. In addition, the painting style also retains a very typical Korean animation style.
지지 않겠다. 저도 놓을게요. 내게 던다 될 거다.
Arcadian Atlas is a crowdfunding tactical RPG with a style close to the classic works of the 1990s. This work will revolve around political plots and will naturally include a large number of character occupations. In the trailer, the princess directs another character to reshuffle the Atlas, which should be the crux of the plot. There will be more than 12 classes in the game, 8 of which are shown in the trailer, plus more than 150 skills. Lost in Fantaland is a single-player adventure game that combines card building and board turn-based strategy. The game art adopts a retro pixel style. Here, you can choose one of a variety of occupations such as warrior, mage or trickster, and explore in the randomly generated 8x8 map while building your own powerful combination, with a wealth of props and treasures, to defeat all obstacles, the enemy of your approach. The White Raven, an open-world turn-based tactical RPG. A young shaman who wakes up from his sleep has a lot of work to do. Join your elven whisperer to confuse enemies in a war of brains. Explore a fantasy hell that blurs the boundaries between the underworld and the real world, and lead a team of gangsters. A mysterious team of guerrillas and outcasts uncovers the tragic truth of the Aurora Prairie. To weave your own story, build and develop your own tribe. Spiritlink Tactics is a story-driven turn-based RPG game. Lead your mercenaries into battle. Customize each member's career and skills. Take advantage of the terrain and adjust your position subtly. Spells are chosen based on the mana sharing mechanism. Experiment and discover powerful team combinations. A deep multi-class system that encourages player creativity. Explore endless combinations of classes, each with a unique skill tree, to discover the strongest team. An epic story full of unexpected encounters. There are tons of optional missions to make you forget the main story. BANCHOU Tactics is a turn-based strategy RPG with a bad young Japanese as the protagonist, a certain city in Japan. From a few years ago, Rong High School, Nakamura Industrial High School, Hong Kong University, the three high-efficiency fell into madness. A bloody strife broke out, and the delinquent youths who believed that the city would be under their control. Every day there is an unsentimental struggle. Last year, after Kitagawa Seiichi, the boss of a Hong Kong university, graduated, the balance of power among the three universities began to collapse. The story unfolds slowly centered on Dae-hee Lan, who is studying in a Hong Kong university. The Tales of Jian An. This is a Three Kingdoms history war chess game. The game takes Liu Bei as the main perspective, and uses the game mode to describe a historical story from the Yellow Turban Rebellion in the late Eastern Han Dynasty to the Three Kingdoms era. The gameplay is a more traditional turn-based war chess mode. The plot has a brand new interpretation of the late Eastern Han Dynasty and the Three Kingdoms era, allowing you to learn more historical and cultural content while enjoying the game. Guoyi Wenlu, the producer, said, "This is a game that is very similar to a Kryptonite game, but definitely not a Kryptonite game, driven by the story. The game controls a team of 5 to 8 people, and meets various challenges through strategic moves and the release of various skills. Match and form your own team and compete with other players in strategic PvP battles, or team up with other players to face powerful enemies together." Ignited Steel. Prologue is a mechanical roguelike turn-based tactical game. Manage a team of overheated old tech mechs. More heat means more weaknesses and damage. Unravel the story of the galaxy as you travel from node to node. Improve your mech, gain new pilots, and defeat the local AI overlord. Hongmo Fang Shou is a card-building game. It combines the gameplay of Ambition and Monster Train, with elements of strategic battle chess and meat pigeons. Players need to establish an authority in the post-destruction world, summon units, and use spells to resist the attack of various enemies, expand the control area, and re-establish order. Midnight Wave is a samurai cyberpunk tactical action role-playing game with a massive multi-line narrative and innovative turn-based combat mechanics. The story takes place in a world full of katana swords, in a world of large corporations and mind power. Launch actions on the war chess map, and after entering the battle, it will become a platform battle mode. You need to manually operate the character to complete the battle. In addition, using psychic power can also directly cause destruction on the battlefield. Freeze your enemies, burn them, or blow them away. Use the terrain to defeat powerful enemies. Silence is a Lie. Excommunication is a tactical turn-based role-playing game. Explore a dark fantasy world with magic, defeat enemies with powerful weapons and learned abilities. Manage your team and hopefully deploy them to win the battle. Find out what happened to this mysterious world and why you are here. Crimson Tactics. The Rise of the White Banner brings you an epic adventure in the form of a turn-based tactical RPG, set in a surreal fantasy world of the Middle Ages. Witness massive political upheaval through the life stories of different characters and fight for Wendell's fate.
Madness obligates you to turn to betrayal.
Come, let the wolf bare his fangs!
Kriegsfront Tactics is a combined mech squad tactics game for military sim fans that combines elements of classic tactical strategy games, roguelikes and low-poly retro-style visuals. Set in the conflict era of Southeast Asia in the 1970s, you will play as the commander of a mech squad sent behind enemy lines. Manage your squad, resources and mechas, complete missions and live each day on the front lines while facing tough decisions that will test your morals. Mario Plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. As one of the games jointly released by Nintendo and Ubisoft, the previous game Kingdom Battle can be said to satisfy the imagination and game fun of fans on both platforms. And now the new game is coming. The adventure journey will be transformed directly from the kingdom into a galaxy journey. Players need to embark on a galaxy journey with friends such as Mario, Rabbit Peach and Rabbit Luigi to defeat evil enemies and save galactic sparks.
It's time for Bowser to get his revenge. His landing damage ability, combined with the devastating power of Zephyr Break, his Shockwave Spark, and Mario's support fire, will make short work of this group of enemies.